WWE Wrestlepalooza. We're breaking down the whole card, predictions, opinions coming up on the Wrestling Corner.
It's $1 million picture.
We are covering WWE and AEW.
Well, I'm not going to say she's there yet.
I feel like CJ White was full.
We will beat him with this bat right here.
Yo, what's up, guys? How fresh on the Wrestling Corner, your favorite PPV prediction show. I'm still trying to come up with a short, clever name for it, but you know what it is. Today, maybe not even just today, because I just released the AEW all at once. But this is Wrestlepalooza. We are going to break down the entire card. Let's just get right into it. So, what we got here first? First up, we got the Undisputed WWE Championship match, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Honestly, I would like to see Drew McIntyre be the champion. He's a better wrestler than Cody Rhodes. He's better on the mic than Cody Rhodes. He's strong. Actually, he's better than Cody Rhodes in every way. Like, maybe if you count, like, draw, perhaps he's a bigger draw. So my want would be for Drew McIntyre to win this match, but I just can't see it. Cody Rhodes is not going to drop it to Drew McIntyre here. It just feels too strange. Not much of a build up to it. It's just too weak of a storyline to drop the title from Cody here. There's got to be something with John Cena maybe at the end in Cody Rhodes, or I don't know what they're going to do. Think Cody Rhodes want Drew McIntyre. And then we're looking at, oh yes, everybody's favorite type of match, a mixed tag team match. I know I'm going to take some heat for this because I'm in the minority opinion, but we got CM Punk and AJ Lee teaming up against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. What is worse than a mixed tag match in WWE? Bringing back these nostalgia acts like way up past their time with no real storyline other than the last, like, I don't know, it's so dumb. There has never been a meaningful mixed tag match in this company's history, and never been a good one, like a classic all-timer can't miss. You can miss every single WWE mixed tag match, you'll be fine. AJ Lee is back. It's kind of weird to see all these cringy people, adults, screaming at the song. I don't know if he was that over before. Maybe it's just because it's been a while and she's with Punk. Punk's not in his prime. So honestly, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch should win this match. However, I think there's going to be more, say, between these two. And perhaps if the guys had their stuff, maybe the girls will do something. Maybe AJ Lee pins Becky Lynch, the current Intercontinental. Yes, Women's Intercontinental. I just can't see her coming back to lose. Although Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, two champs, the two biggest faces going right now, two biggest names, two huge draws. It just for me comes down to the returning babyface. That's it. AJ Lee is going to win this match. Feels obvious. Okay, well, and watch me be wrong. So obvious. Next, I'm looking at John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. I guess this makes sense in the way that they do have history. They had quite a good rivalry um, quite a while ago, honestly, now. And so now they're doing this. Other than that, being a part of his retirement tour, it's kind of weird and forced as well. Brock Lesnar showed up on SmackDown and tried to F5 Michael Cole, but ended up F5ing Corey Graves and then cracking his voice when he tried to scream. So I don't know. And then Michael Cole is on them. I don't know if John Cena can do it. He's so strong. It's all a bit much for me. John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. How many moves are we going to see? Six moves. There's going to be F5s, suplexes, five knuckle shuffle. It's not going to be much more. I think John Cena's got to keep winning on his retirement tour. Brock Lesnar has been put over way too many times. He can put over John Cena on his retirement tour. I miss the Brock Lesnar from way back in the day when he tried to learn new moves and tried to be a wrestler. Now he's just there to pump steroids and get money, easy money, and I would do it, I suppose, too. Who do I think? Who do I want? I really don't. Who do I think? Who do I want? I really don't care who wins, to be honest. I wanted John Cena to stay heel, and ever since he flip flopped, I just haven't had any, or not any. I haven't had as much interest in John Cena and what he's doing. Uh, but Brock Lesnar. Maybe if it was someone more of a wrestler, for lack of a better word, say you got a long tenured person, but not Brock Lesnar. Jeez, to beat, yeah. So let's go. Think John Cena. Want. I just hate what John Cena did with that. But I don't really care for Brock Lesnar. He's just around. I don't care. I'm gonna go with that. I don't care who wins. There's not much really going on in the match, but I do think John Cena pulls it out. What do we got next? We're looking at the Women's World Championship match. Io Sky, Stephanie Vaquer. They're going to do it. The vacant World Women's Championship. I believe Naomi vacated it. Pregnant. Must have been wrestling pregnant, but I guess it's okay. So now we have Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. There's just something weird about Vaquer being in this spot. They gave her 2 belts in NXT in like 4 days. I know it wasn't 4 days. And then they decided to take her up out of NXT before she was even there for very long. And then they just started pushing her hard up here. She hasn't said one thing. I mean, she's been on the mic, but it's... And, I mean, she's a little overrated. She's pretty good. She doesn't really... she doesn't really go hard. I mean, you guys know why you're watching it. That's... I don't know. So, in that sense as well... she's not a bad wrestler. She's a good wrestler. But Io Sky is a legend, future Hall of Famer. Been in the picture for so long. She's had more than 2 promos on TV in her whole career. Vaquer would be too young, too inexperienced. She might have worse English than Io Sky. Io Sky will at least come up with something. Yeah. Think and want Io Sky. And I'm sure we'll get Booker T going crazy, and that's all anyone really likes her for. Okay. The Usos versus Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, the Brons. The Usos teaming up. We got the Uso Penitentiary. The Uso Penitentiary, when they had the back and forth promos, was prime for me. Their original face paint was kind of classic, but the Uso Penitentiary, when they had the deep back and forth too, it wasn't just nonsense. Like, you could tell they actually were practicing before it each time. Solid. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are on a roll, and I just cannot see it slowing down here. They've got their faction mates all around them. The Usos, no titles in sight. They're kind of on the downward slope. So you got to give the edge to the heels. I'm going to say. Those 2 big guys taking on the Usos who are just going to fly around. It's time for the Usos to stiffen up too. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are going to run through them. And they're going to try to jump away and do a frog splash. Their super kicks and their smack punches, they don't look real. Whereas I'm a way bigger fan of Bronson Reed than Bron Breakker, but at least both of those guys look strong, and they look like they're doing what they're pretending to do. I think and want Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, Paul Heyman guys. That's what I want. I want to know what you guys think and want for each one, guys. So make sure you guys go through, drop your predictions, drop your opinions. Let me know where I totally messed them up at. That's it, guys. I am going to wrap it up here, but I will just play a 24-second ad read. It's good stuff, W, and then we'll wrap up.
W. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, jitters, and all that BS.
Bite-sized pizzas on wholesome little bagels.
W. 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 Free from sugar, fillers, W.
Anytime. And that's a big one for us, W. Another big one is all for you gamblers out there. You know, there's a lot of football coming on after this day of wrestling. Use our new deposit bonus, guys. If you've never played on BetUS, I highly recommend it. And I can get you more than this 10% bonus. You get 125% deposit bonus. Not 100%. 125% deposit bonus up to 3 times. Plus they have travel insurance. I'm a travel agent. They have Better's insurance, which will benefit you. Wrestlepalooza, kind of a nostalgia-filled pay-per-view with not a whole. I think this is the day where I'm going to enjoy the AEW pay-per-view more. It's got better matches. Everything's not. I mean, there is some nostalgia for us, I guess, with Edge and Christian, but they are retiring in Toronto, so it's a little more, you know. I guess I'm a hypocritical guy. All right, subscribe to the Real Fresh channel, guys. I'm here every pay-per-view a few days before for AEW and the PLEs for WWE. What else do we do? I do a Tuesday podcast live with Tuesdays with Coach Big Luke. Every Tuesday we're live on here. Go check it out. The Fresh Take Sports podcast. Subscribe to the whole channel, but even just way more than that. And I would also say go check out my I write WWE articles and other North American pro sports articles, you know, NFL, NHL, NBA, on there as well. That is stadiumrant.com. You can just go to stadiumrant.com and search my name, or the actual link is below. And that's for most of my stuff. I also mentioned yesterday or on the previous show that I do cover AEW exclusive for Greenville Sports Media as well. So if you like AEW the most, you can catch me at Greenville Sports Media. If you want to catch up on WWE and the big 4 North American sports, stadiumrant.com. And both sites have other great writers, guys. It's not just what I talk about on there. They've got coverage from all over the country, all over the world, actually, covering all kinds of crazy spots, different stories you wouldn't expect. So check out those 2 sites. Subscribe to this site and get out of my site. Peace.
That's $1 million picture.
We are covering WWE and AEW.
Well, I'm not gonna say she's there yet.
I still like to see Jay White with the
We will beat him with this bat right here.